Good morning.
Good morning, Wendy. It might be choppy. There's a lot of overcast today, but
Yeah, but
we will
the
try
view.
and remember. Yeah, it's nice, eh?
Yeah, I love seeing that still
I
lake.
thought that, you know, yeah, and I thought we should remember to record. That would be good.
Yes, yes, I did press record and I'm double checking, and we are recording because yesterday we had a great conversation. We were on topic. We were just slamming it out,
It
and
was our best ever.
yeah, it was one of the best ever. We forgot to record, or I forgot to record.
It was bound to happen.
It's kind of a metaphor of what's been going on in the last few days. I don't know about anybody else, but I've been like a jumble of emotions since
Mhm.
the full moon. I've been sleeping like a ton, but not really feeling rested. I've been excited and upset and anxious, and my daughter's finally coming to see me after well, I haven't seen her since November. She's only in Toronto, but because of just whatever, all these different things, we haven't been able to connect. And she's at the point where she's done with her apartment, and things are kind of opening up a little bit. So her and her partner are coming up for a visit this weekend, and I've been cleaning and I've been anxiously figuring out what to provide. It's like Christmas all over again. I said we should have a
Yeah,
big Christmas, Easter, birthday, Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day celebration on Sunday. She's like, oh, mom.
just melange it all into one for sure. Well, and I think that's it. Like it's great to get out, and it would be nice if it stayed warm this week. I don't think it's going to warm up again till Saturday now, and those weathermen keep lying. But it's because we need to get out of the house. We need to get our hands in the dirt. We need to,
Yeah. Hence the
like,
clothes today. I think come rain or shine, I think I'm going to get my little hands and the pitchfork in the dirt today a little bit. I just need to get outside. That's I don't know. I stepped away for a little while yesterday from the computer, but I think I stepped away from the video more than anything. And I did get a little bit of work done, which was good, setting up my spring cleanse and getting
mhm.
it ready for everybody. But then forgot a whole pile of other things to do. So I've got too many lists, and I don't look at any of them. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
just,
I think we help. I think for all of us, I think that's a good reflective point in that we need to just focus on one thing at a time and
mhm.
be thrilled that we've accomplished that one thing, and then we get to move on to the next. Not like myself, where I have five different lists, five different things. I don't remember where I put that other list, and I'm missing groceries, and god forbid I missed buying clamato. So
Well, we won't go there. Um, I
I
sometimes
think
look at yeah. I sometimes look at my computer screen, and it's just like have to sit back and I look at it and go, holy crap, if somebody saw the amount of tabs that I have open, and that's kind of like a reflection of what's going on in my brain, I scare
yeah,
myself a little bit and I have to walk away from it. And it's just,
yeah, you have to. You
it's
have
just,
to
it
walk.
gets a bit much. And then I start shutting everything down, and, that has to happen for
And
everybody.
then, Wendy, you can't remember what tabs you had open.
That's why I never close. Oh, you get
You
to
know
know me too well, girl.
what it is? Because we're not having enough omegas. That's why we don't have enough EPA and DHA in our
Oh, maybe.
DHA,
Yeah.
EPA in our diet. Yeah,
I'm
we're
trying.
not
I'm
feeding.
trying.
We're not feeding our brain enough. That's what I'm telling you. So
Oh,
I know
yeah.
I have a bit of work to do with making sure I do have all my essential nutrients and fatty acids into my own diet, just to ensure. But for me, it's continuing on that mode of supporting. The more I read um, about hormones in the different books that I'm updating myself with, and that the it's so important for me to stay focused on supporting my liver. And I don't mean like not drinking, but I mean supporting it. Milk thistle, dandelion, indole 3 carbinol, calcium D-glucaronate, all those different things that I need to support that liver, because it affects the eyes, it affects the thyroid, it affects the brain. It's so much stuff that I'm reading. I'm like, my liver has always come up on a point, whether it's through Chinese medicine or it's through live blood or body talk or aches and pains in the body. It's always sort of been there. So then you always go back to that. Is it because I'm holding on to this inner rage and anger?
Yeah, is
Maybe.
it an energetic thing, or
Is
is it
it
a
an
physical
energetic thing, or is it a physical thing? Is that where my weakness in the body lays? Right. And but then when you're looking at my DNA results, is that, that whole inability to utilize glutathione naturally in my body, that's again the liver. And so it's like, wow, that's just my thing that I need to focus. And that's what I had loved about looking at the live blood and staying on top of it. So we're almost, when we get back, we need to do that again
thing?
every 6 months, because or every year, because it keeps us focused. It keeps our intention of our health in the forefront of our lives, because we need to be knowing and understanding what we need to eat better, what emotional stress we need to manage better, if what we're currently doing is actually working. And then the thermography in hand, I'm so excited to get back to work. Like,
Oh, you and me both.
I think but it's important to recognize. So, and I was thinking of that this morning. The journal that I have in my 5-day detox is okay, but it doesn't represent, it doesn't have that, and I have to look for a better one or just create what I'm looking for. It has to have, where is your thought focus going? How is your responsiveness to the situations that are being present in your life, and during the course of the day? And or maybe I'm just expecting too much, but I want to start being a little more intuitive. I want to be a little more understanding, so that I can pull out the tools in my tool belt so that I can respond better, because sometimes the deep breathing is not working.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It always helps to have a ton of different tools, and reflective journaling is one of those things that actually I'm going to be promoting and am promoting quite a bit, even with my glowing skin, Secrets to Glowing Skin series that we're doing this week. I have journaling prompts, and I think at the end of May, I'm going to be setting up a bunch of posts for people to grab their journal, and just one post a day. I've got put about 80 of them, 80, put about 30 of them together. And just once a day, and then having people go, oh, well, that's kind of interesting thought. Let me think about that for a little bit and journal about it. And I don't know. And I've talked to people about journaling, and everybody goes, oh, and they roll their eyes. And it's more than just putting down the foods that you eat, because yeah, that's important for, especially for people like us, to see, but also for yourself to see, like, cravings for salt, and what moods and different things that you might be feeling at that time, or you were very energetic, and what had you eaten just prior to that, or the last couple of days, or and all these connections. But then again, also getting a little bit deeper, like you said, a little bit reflective of your own thoughts and feelings, and getting them out. Because I don't know about you, but when I was a teenager, when I was a young kid, I guess I was very angry, but I put my anger and my thoughts and my feelings down on paper and put them in books. And that way you don't end up rebelling. Well, you still rebelled a little bit, but you just getting those feelings out. It's just a form of therapy, basically. And if you can't afford to go see a therapist, or you feel like it's still a taboo, which is hopefully not, because it is far from being a taboo. It's a form of mental health, and it's so very important, especially right now, because we are going through a lot right now, and whether we realize it or not, it is going to start manifesting in a lot of things. And I see that with a lot of people We're all kind of a little jumpy. We're all kind of not sleeping a little bit less. We're reacting differently than we would normally. And
Hmm.
things are just kind of manifesting in that perspective now, where we're a little bit more anxious, we're a little bit more teary, we're a little bit more drinking more, we're not exercising enough, or we're exercising too much, or all these different things, or even our eating habits. These are things that are
Yep.
that manifestation of what's going on, that if we don't come to some sort of not conclusion necessarily. I mean, there's never always a conclusion. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, but some sort of realization and awareness. Awareness, that was the word I was looking for.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, this is a bit deeper than our potato talk yesterday.
Yeah, we have to talk about that again though too. I've got on my list to go buy a dehydrator to make sweet potato chips for my dogs now and myself.
Yeah, I think so. It's fantastic, the simple things you can do for your pets, but also for yourself, right? So if you love chips and love playing around with things, get a dehydrator. So
Well, and it's not even well, personally, I'm not a big chip person, but I mean, it's always kind of nice to have that little bit of snack, but then you're also reaching for something that's healthy at the same time. Even like the
yeah,
fruit leather, you might have children at home or grown-ups that like that kind of stuff. It's a concentrated form of sugar, sure, but it's natural, and you can limit it to how much you actually take in, and keep the rest for yourself from the kids. But yeah, there's so many different things. Even just something like kale chips. If you've ever been able to master, like this is kind of a hard thing to do in the oven, but if you can
okay.
master kale chips and get the right crispness and stuff, they are amazing.
I'm
I can't. I
all
could
about.
do a. I could do a whole couple of bunches of kale chips up, and I can't keep them in the house. My kids are just like like this,
Yeah, I
and
know. They're gone in a day, and I'm thinking, oh shit, that's
now
a
I'm gonna
lot of
make
energy.
more.
I got to make more.
Yeah,
Exactly. And
but
that's the nice thing with dehydrators. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really seriously thinking about. I'm not big on having a lot of convenient, what do you call them, appliances. I do like, these gadgets and different things, but then I get, oh, mom, why are you buying that? That kind of stuff from my daughter. She's very much a minimalist, and although her,
I same I get the same response, but not those delightful words.
oh, well, I'm being polite too. Um, but it's kind of funny because my daughter's partner is a chef, and she, she's been home recently, so whether they've got nothing to do, so they're really doing a lot of baking. He went out and bought a KitchenAid stand mixer with all the gadgets and everything else, and she's just so proud of herself and just showing me pictures, which is wonderful. I'm just all happy for her. But when I got one years ago, it was just like, well, do you really need that? You've got a hand blender already, and this and that. But that kind of attitude. I'm just like, that's growing up. She's growing up, I
I,
guess. I don't know.
I would love a KitchenAid. That would be
It was a
beautiful.
special gift years ago. So,
Yeah,
but on my list is that Vitamix. That's the be and end all of a nutritionist, I
that's
think. Cook.
yeah, I guess. Yep.
You don't. Yeah, Don't you guess me. You love to cook as
Well,
much as I do.
you get the Master Blaster low residual, less heat juicer.
Oh, well, wow. Yeah. There's a
No, I'm
lot of
just kidding.
cleanup with that. I don't think I'd get
The
that.
blend. Pampered Chef had a really cool one too, but I think it was about the same price. Because it heats your soup, and they're just, if you like doing that and emulsifying and making soups and doing the things that the Blendtex or the Vitamixes can do, then yeah, they're a perfect tool for the kitchen for sure.
Hmm. Yeah. But I think the dehydrator, that might be a cool
I think.
addition
Well,
anyways.
I think, and even James has talked about it as well, because Ashley just goes berserk for the sweet potato chips at our neighbors. So I think we should probably do them ourselves. So
And you said you can make fish and
Beef
different things in
jerky.
it. Yeah, beef
Or
jerky,
beef
vegetable
jerky
jerky.
or salmon jerky or those types of things. Yeah.
Mm.
I would think it's less electricity than the other. So.
Well, that's the whole point. I mean, that's what we were talking about yesterday a little bit, whether doing it in the oven, like I have done different variations of things in the oven, but then again, like you said, you're putting on the hydro and it's going on for such a long time, and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
whether
exactly.
hydro would be better at that point.
I think for
Or
a
we
lot
could just lay it out in the garden
in the
shed when it gets hot during the summer, and it'll just do it on its own.
do it by itself. Well, I think anything for the dog. I think we're okay. Well, I'm gonna sign out. It's
Okay.
been we can get on with our day and do some raking and get breakfast on the go, and it's been and I think the connection's doing well. So,
Yes, so
but
far so good. All right.
right. So what? So um, what are we going to talk about tomorrow?
I don't know. I think I'll figure it out today a little bit. I think maybe we
I'm
should
supposed
talk
to be seeing
about
the connection.
your programs that you've been talking about a little bit more, because we talked a lot about them yesterday, but we didn't talk too much about them today. So, I have my mother and father's 50th anniversary tomorrow. So that's going to be a nice little.
We were, and we were supposed to do a big party.
Yeah, we were, weren't we? We planned that back in January or February sometime. Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. They're my mom, she's all excited. She says, "Yeah, I've got my steak and I've got my potatoes and I'm all set up and I'm ready to go. And I've even got Long Island mix," she says. And I'm like, "Oh, it's a big night. It's more than just wine. It's Long Island mix tonight." So she's
Oh, great.
they're okay with that. They're quieter people now, and my dad even didn't want a big party. So this is kind of the extreme of it. But that's good. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. Well, you have a glorious day. Say hello to your mom and dad for me, and hope that your daughter has a safe journey driving up.
yes, well, we'll talk tomorrow, no?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So we'll talk
Oh,
tomorrow. And
okay.
you have a good day raking and
Absolutely.
keep
Yeah.
smiling, my friend.
Yes, absolutely. It's a good day.
Okay. Take care.
Hey, take care.